Hi, friends. I'm Christiana Gaudet. I am live on my Facebook business page. Today is Thursday, and on Thursday, we do the Tarot Topics Weekly Newsletter recap. The Tarot Topics Weekly Newsletter shows up in your inbox every Wednesday, a different topic every week. If you have not subscribed, please do. All you have to do is go to my website, tarotbychristiana.com or christianagaudet.com and sign up for the newsletter. So if you happen to be watching in archive, thank you so much for being here. You may hear something that feels resonant or important to you. What we always do on Thursdays is do readings in regard to the newsletter topic. Now, this week, our newsletter topic is little bites. What do we mean by that? What we mean is that sometimes when you are faced with something big, a big project, work that has piled up, your own healing or your own trauma, it can feel like so impossible and so overwhelming to try to figure out what to do. How do I heal from this? How do I address this project? How do I achieve my goals? And the way to do it is in little bites, one little piece at a time. And we can use divination to help us figure out what the first step should be, to help us figure out how to prioritize. And, some people call this baby steps. And I don't like to call it baby steps because baby steps take baby steps because they don't know how to do anything more. Adults can choose to do these little bites out of wisdom. We know that we could do more, but we choose not to because we know that doing it a little bit at a time is what's going to work. So let me say hi to some people here, and I do have time to do a few readings. So here's what I'm looking for readings. If you are dealing with something overwhelming, I can tell you what the first step could be. If you are trying to prioritize between some different steps, do I do this first or do I do that first? That's a good question too. So I just have time to do a couple of questions. So if you are feeling overwhelmed right now, then go ahead and ask the question and I will do my best to get to you. Jeanette, Donna, Christina, Martha. Martha, I owe you a message. Thank you for your nice message the other day. I am overwhelmed and behind, but I did read it and I appreciate it. Claire, nice to see you. Christina, good to see you. Christine. Leisha, glad you're here. Joanne, Sayani. Okay, and here's a couple of questions. Okay, Sayani, what I need to figure out the pieces for personal healing. So for your own personal healing, the first thing you have to do, Sayani, is really take a look at some truths of your childhood, specifically having to do with your mom. And this is not about making your mother evil, but it is about acknowledging some things that didn't happen or should have happened or did happen and shouldn't have happened, and the communication that was not there around that. If you start there, I think the rest will unfold. I hope that makes sense. Donna, I've been thinking about starting a business, but that's so big. How can I move forward and see what I should do? So how to I think the first step there is to find the vision for your business. And the thing is, you have this whole personal narrative. No matter what you choose to do, and this comes from your own childhood, you have this narrative that tells you that you're not going to be successful no matter what you do, so why should you even try? So you have to get rid of that narrative first and recognize that you absolutely could have a business and absolutely could be successful. Start with that and then think about some ideas of what you would want to do. And then research feasibility and take it from there. Do I think that you could end up having a successful business? I absolutely do, yes. Okay. So Jeanette, your son's room has a bad energy. So the question is, where's that coming from? And it may not be anything outside. It may have to do with something your son himself is dealing with. And I don't think it's anything scary. I don't think it's anything you need to let overwhelm you. I think you need to sort of look at what's going on with him. What are his feelings? What are his circumstances? Where does he need healing? Okay, Joanne, I've been asked to do Zoom classes for Pilates. Congratulations, I think. I also work in a care home, but hurt my foot, so I'm on sick leave. I don't even know where to start, whether to give up on my care home work and just go back to teaching. Oh man, there's so much there. And the first step is you really have to heal your foot. That's the most important thing. And when we look at all of this, yeah, I would say do not make any decisions on what to do or how to do it until you've healed your foot. That is the first step. I think you can do everything, but you have to heal first. And if any of those things don't give you the time to heal, well, that's their bad luck, not yours. Okay, Jeanette, I didn't say he slept in the room. I said it's connected to him. Okay. Christine, I'm feeling very sensible about Pleiadian's energy. Should I expand this psychic path? Well, yeah, I think you've already taken your first step there. Absolutely. Hey, Fatima, nice to see you. Okay, and I saw one from Martha. The chaos in my house is overwhelming. Where do I begin? You begin by, I think that whenever you think about it, you make yourself bad first. The subtext to that is, I am bad because my house is like this. This says something bad about me. This reflects a character flaw in me. You have to stop with that. That's your first step, is to say, this is what it is, and it's for a myriad of reasons. I'd like to change it, but not with judgment. No judgment. I think if you could get rid of the judgment, everything else would go with it. I think it would be fine. So I think that's your first step. Okay. Okay, Christina, healing issues around your sense of self-worth. Wow, that's a huge one, because that's something you have been building up over a whole period of time. And so I think you really need to do something. I honestly feel like a good first step would be something big. Like in normal times, I would say, go on an ayahuasca journey or do a fire walk or like do some big thing to try to break through that. Now, given that we're in pandemic and all of that, there's not so many opportunities there. But I would say look for something, a retreat or some kind of thing that you could do that would really sort of be like a lightning bolt in to get you to start to change that. Okay. Okay, so Teresa, parenting is always an overwhelming task. And when we look at how you are parenting right now, I don't think you need to listen to other people, but I think you need to listen to her. That's the thing. I think your primary step here is going to be listening to her rather than thinking about I feel like you may be superimposing your own thoughts and feelings about what's going on with her. Hear what she has to say. I think that would be a really good step. Okay. So Fatima, lots of big changes. Advice for all your big changes. I think you have to have no fear about it. I think you really have fear around each of these steps. And I think you have to try to let go of the fear or recognize that the fear is there, but you're going to go forward anyway. But the whole key for you is you got to go forward. And Martha says, and this is true for all of us, getting rid of judgment is tough because then you get into that loop of judging yourself for judging yourself. But you know, if you can just breathe every time you find yourself in self-judgment, and to you, Christina Reed, I feel a similar thing. Anytime you find yourself in that place of self-judgment or low self-worth, just breathe and say, yeah, let me do this differently. Don't even judge that. Just, I'm going to do it differently. See where that takes you. Okay, folks, that is my time for today because now I'm going to go vote. Okay, I will be back tomorrow with your Friday weekly wrap-up. Remember, I am available for readings by phone, Skype, FaceTime, Messenger, Zoom. And remember, I'm teaching a class 10:30 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time Saturday morning on my YouTube channel. It's a free class, Christiana Gaudet. That's my YouTube channel. Please like this video. And please make sure you like my page, Christiana Gaudet. Subscribe on YouTube to both Christiana Gaudet and StarCast, STAARCAST. Let's try to get that new YouTube channel over 100 subscribers as quickly as we can. Thank you all so much, folks. I look forward to seeing you soon.